Windward mark approach of race 16, red team San Diego. They look like they've got a close first place. Green team is Newport Harbor. It's very strong flood. The ley lines are going to be pretty tricky here. I'm going to take that back. I'm going to say Newport Harbor is actually in the lead. Looks like they're to windward and slightly ahead of the lead boat from San Diego. It also looks like a couple boats far out right have overlaid this mark. So it looks like Newport Harbor in green may in fact be in a 1-2 note. Looks like they've given up the one, but I don't think they wanted to get that overlap right there. Well, that'll work. So Newport Harbor in a 2-3. They'll be on the chase here. I think their best play right now would be to chase that one and try and convert to a 1-2. San Diego in red has to work really hard to catch up. They don't want to leave their lone teammate to fend off the two green Newport Harbor boats. They round that tap mark. There goes San Diego to set their chute. Really important spinnaker set for San Diego here. They're holding on to a close first place here. They need to hold on to that first place, and they're not getting a great set. Newport Harbor with the better set, and they go on the attack right away. Looks like San Diego's finally sorted out their spinnaker snafus. But Newport Harbor's gained about half boat length there to cut it down to about a 2 boat length lead for San Diego in this race. Now the trick for San Diego, although they've got the lead in the race, they've got the one. Those two Newport Harbor boats are going to be all over them. They've had some, looks like they've had a couple little tricks with their boat handling. Newport Harbor's been winning the boat handling battle here, and looks like they've taken a lead here. So with the 2 and the 3 trailing for Newport Harbor, they had a large gap behind them. It makes sense to go for the first place, and that's what they've done here. So Newport Harbor taking the lead on this downwind, and the wind is up strong right now. It's blowing a good 18 knots again, and these boats are flying downwind. So that boat on the right there, that's Newport Harbor that's legged out. Looks like they've got a lead. San Diego rounded with the first, but Newport Harbor went on the attack on this downwind. Now what San Diego might think of doing here is if they have lost that one, they may go on the attack here and try and push the third place boat of Newport Harbor back. That would set up a very stable 2-3-4 combination. So this race is certainly going to be a lot of drama filled down here at the leeward mark, and I would expect that to happen pretty soon here. That San Diego's now lost the one, and they should go and try and compress this race and have their friends who are in 4th and 5th place join them up at the front of the race. And here's a classic pass-back attempt. Newport Harbor unable to make a very good mark trap. Looks like San Diego has a little better handle on that boat handling maneuver. And in fact, looks like Newport went outside of 3 boat lengths, so San Diego's going to try and reclaim the lead in the race. And it looks like they might have done that. So good heads-up sailing there. It looks like Newport, in an attempt to set a leeward mark trap, sailed beyond the 3 boat length circle. San Diego took advantage and reclaimed the lead. Well, it looks like Newport just luffed San Diego hard, and now they've taken the lead again. That was a great pass back by Newport. So they did a pass back, but they lost the San Diego boat. So San Diego now should be working for, well, they've got a 2 and it looks like a 3. But their last boat is somehow now tacking at the leeward mark. They're way off in the distance. So Newport Harbor's got their 3 boats, all very tight. San Diego's in a close position here with a 2-3, but they don't have their teammate, their last boat, anywhere close. So I'm not quite sure. I think San Diego's only bet right now is to go for a 1-2, and it's not looking great right now. And so Newport in green looks to be in a much more commanding position right now as they head up this last final beat of the race. This is race 16, round robin 2.